welcome to the CUTV News Show. I'm Elena Lins.
And I'm Tom Dexter.
And today we'll be covering quite a lot of topics. Tom, do you want to start?
Yeah, first of all, we'll be talking about organ harvesting in China. Then we'll go on to strike action that happened yesterday. We'll then get the weather from Jess Barton, move on to a mystery topic that we've got to talk about this week, and then the Peace 75 Festival, which happened last week.
And meanwhile, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, same as always, Cardiff Union TV, hashtag CUTV News. So last Thursday, Amnesty International Society here at Cardiff University organized a demonstration about the forced organ harvesting in China. It has been going since 1990s, but it only struck the international community attention recently. So students gathered together to spread the word, spread awareness. Have a look, CUTV was there.
We are one volunteer of Doctor Against Forced Organ Harvesting. People may heard about the forced organ harvesting in China. You know, every year over 10,000 organ transplant performed in China. But where the organ come from, in China there's no voluntary organ donation system.
We're from the Amnesty International Society, and we're conducting a protest here today against the practice of forced organ harvesting that's occurring in China at the moment, and we're basically raising awareness of it. The practice of forced organ harvesting concerns how in China there's a religious movement called Falun Gong, and the Chinese government dislike this movement because it distracts people away from the Communist Party. So their way of clamping down on this movement is to arrest these people and sell their organs to foreigners, which is absolutely barbaric, and it's been happening for about 20 years, but investigation has only been happening in the past 5 years.
So Falun Gong is a traditional Chinese meditation exercise, and in 1999 they were banned in China. Since then, in China, organ transplant operation figure is dramatically grows. So mountains of evidence shows in mainland China, they're killing the innocent Falun Gong practitioner for their organs and selling the organ globally. So this is why we're so concerned. We travel all the UK and bring the wellness. So far, we have collected over 500,000 this DOFA petition. So they said today is very meaningful for us to come here and join the AI group of Cardiff University.
So we've had a lot of people just simply crossing the road being like, what on earth are you doing? And so, yeah, it's been quite effective, yeah.
It's pretty impressive, right, Tom? All the setup they had on the
I have to be honest, I was a bit shocked.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this until obviously the Amnesty International.
It's very true. I didn't know either, but it's a very, very important topic to talk about. Yeah. It's quite important also that the international community keeps its attention focused on these kind of problems.
And I'm sure if you're interested, you can look it up or speak to the Amnesty International Society for further information.
You can always contact the Amnesty International Society and have more information about it. Join them if you want.
Okay, so our next topic is about the strike action which occurred yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, so the strike action was because, if you remember, there was a strike action on the 31st of October, and unfortunately the government, the committee still refused to budge on the 1% which they were offering for the pay rise.
So they stick to...
So they're now protesting again because they've been suffering, since 2008 they suffered a 13% pay loss in comparison to real terms of money, which I'm sure students will appreciate because we also experienced the same thing with our maintenance loans.
No, it's very true.
So they're also behind on inflation.
Yeah, and we are a community, so we
and
share.
Of course, the Students' Union and CUTV and that we support the staff. There's about 1,500 staff member these unions. At
the last of the day, there's our teachers and people that we interact every single day. So of course we're concerned about what's going on with them as much as they're concerned about us. Yeah,
and we have to bear in mind that also been told the sitting salaries aren't subject to the same policy that they're arguing about. That's further regulated some other way.
So a lot covered.
Yeah.
For a strike.
So we'll run the video.
Hello, I'm Jess Barton, reporting for CUTV. You're joining us today outside of Cardiff University's main building, where crowds are gathering in order to protest against recent pay cuts. Staff at the university since 2009 have had a decrease in pay from 13%. 3 unions are gathering here today in order to protest. This is the second of 2 protests that have been held outside the university this term. Now, the first was held on the 31st of October and the second one the 3rd of December. We're going to go and have a chat with some of the staff to see what they have to say on the matter. So I'm joined here with Katie Hall, who's going to have a chat with us about what's going on today. So Katie, thanks for joining us. What exactly is the protest about today?
It's about the 1% pay offer that we've had for the wages for this year. It's to do with the workloads of the staff getting higher. The university is still using 0-hour contracts, so some of the staff working don't have set hours. Some weeks they'll have work, other weeks they won't. And also the gender pay gap, which means that the higher earning jobs are generally attracting male staff and not attracting the female staff.
And how have the pay cuts affected you directly?
Well, the fact that my wages don't go up that much every month means that with fuel rising, the cost of living rising, the money I've got every month is actually going down because you're paying more outgoing on bills and to live, which means you've got less money left to live on at the end of the month, which in effect means you're having a pay cut.
I'm now joined by Wendy Williams, a journalism lecturer.
We've suffered a 13% decrease in the value of our wages since 2009, which makes us, I think, unique in the UK. This is the biggest professional loss of value in wages that any profession has suffered since the end of the Second World War. Another thing that's been really encouraging is the support that I've had from students. Lecturers really like what they do, okay, and we hate inconveniencing students and making them suffer. And I think I think from the messages of support that I've had, I think many of my students understand that, and they know that this issue is an issue which affects them as well. You know, they're paying £9,000 a year at the moment. We're having a real terms decrease in wages. There are many people in universities who don't even get the living wage. So this is an issue for all of us to stand together on, and it's been encouraging that that's happened so far, I think.
So it is not just staff that are gathering here today. We have a number of students with us. Hi guys, thank you for joining us. So why exactly is it that you've chosen to participate in today's strikes?
Well, we support the lecturers and what they're doing. We think it's important that lecturers should be paid well, and there have been all these cuts to the education budgets recently, so it means students will actually be getting less contact time for their money, and students are paying £9,000 a year now, so they deserve a decent education for what they're paying.
Love my lecturers. They're so supportive to me, and they have made this amazing environment where I can really do a lot to learn, and I want to be there to support them. And I feel like if our lecturers aren't getting paid the amount that they ought to be paid, the amount that shows that the university supports them and that the university recognizes that what they do is really important, and then I feel like if they're not getting paid the correct amount, then that ruins the environment for education at the university.
So now I'm joined with Steve Belcher from Unison. Hi Steve.
Good morning.
So how do you feel that today's strikes have gone?
It's a shame that we had to take further industrial action. Nobody enjoys going on strike because our members lose a day's pay. But I think with the employer that we're dealing with and their offer of just 1%, our members are left with no option but to withdraw their labour. Hopefully this will bring the employer back around the table with an improved offer that we can consider and hopefully get this dispute resolved.
The picket lines have been drawn down and the crowds are slowly dispensing. It's been really interesting talking to union members, staff and students who have turned out to show their support. The message here that we have had is that until they are heard and until they are considered to have a pay increase, the 13% cuts are just not good enough, and protests may continue into the future if something is not done about it. We have been CUTV reporting for the news show.
And that was Wendy Williams, one of my lecturers. He was actually on the strike. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Were you affected by the strike, Tom?
Well, I had a lecture normally on a Tuesday morning, which I missed. I don't know whether, I assume my lecturer was involved.
Of course.
So I missed a lecture Tuesday morning, so I was caught with some work.
You managed.
I did. Well, they're going to repeat the lecture next week.
Oh,
when
that's
we're
good. So
going to have a revision next week, but we'll just cover the material then. So
that's good. So actually, lecturers went to the strike, but
so they have
still,
considered how it affects the students, and
that's actually very, very good.
so we don't miss out.
So it's not actually, we don't get the negative consequences on.
Yeah. Because of course they're there to teach us, but they're also there. They have to get the decent pay.
It was very interesting. Like, there was a lot of students joining them, even though it was not a student demonstration, it was not a student strike.
Yeah.
There's a lot of students joining them. So we can clearly see it is a community, a university, it is a community, and we all are concerned about each other's problems.
And we're hoping that obviously that it resolves for their sake, so that there isn't further strike action. But of course, it does depend on how the committee reacts to
but
this.
as you can see, is a strong support to lecturers and any other staff of not only this university, because it's been going national.
Yeah, that was a national strike, so lecturers and stuff across the whole country.
We hope they will get what they deserve. It's not even what they want; they deserve.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to go back to Jess, who just saw presenting that Vox Pop, and she's got the weather for us. So over to Jess.
So today we're going to have a look at the weather for the week, starting off with Wednesday, the 4th of December. So today, unfortunately, we have had to endure some rain again, which we haven't had over the past week, but there have been scattered showers across Cardiff. Temperatures today have risen to 9 degrees, so it might not have felt too cold. However, overnight, temperatures will be going all the way down to 2 degrees. Heading into tomorrow now, Tuesday, there will be light cloud, and hopefully the sun will try to come out ever so slightly, so it will be a little bit brighter around Cardiff, because you may have noticed how dull it has been looking over the past few weeks, and that's due to the heavy cloud, and of course the nights are getting darker earlier. Temperatures increasing ever so slightly, so the lowest temperature will be 4 degrees, so it won't be as bad as overnight tonight. Then heading in over to the weekend, Friday through to Sunday. Unfortunately, we'll be seeing some extra rain on Saturday, and it's going to be heavy showers. And on Friday, there will be a little bit of sun coming out, so it won't be as bad going into the weekend. However, I must add that there will be winds of up to 30 miles per hour heading across Cardiff, which are going to make it feel significantly colder than 3 degrees, which is unfortunate. So on to Sunday, again, we're going to have a little bit more sun and cloud, and temperatures are increasing, which is always a nice thing to see. Monday and Tuesday of next week, we're going to have some more cloud and potentially a little bit more rain. So make sure you have your brollies at the ready. Temperatures might be increasing to 9 degrees, so it won't be as low as the next few days coming up. So keep your fingers crossed for that. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Jess. And now we're going to reveal the big mystery that's been going on around Cardiff. Tom, do you want to do the honors?
Okay, so this topic that we're going to talk about is that chewing gum bins.
Pink chewing gum bins.
Pink chewing gum bins, which are attached to lampposts around Cardiff for the past couple of months.
Since August, more precisely.
Yeah, so it's been around since August. Unfortunately, and this is the problem, is it's been a big failure. Well, it's been accused of being a big failure.
Yeah, because it has been missing.
Yeah, so about 75 to 80% of the bins that they've put up have actually been stolen or are missing. Apparently people
disappeared.
Yeah, people are taking them as souvenirs. Why you'd want a chewing gum bin as a souvenir for Cardiff, I couldn't tell you.
I came to Cardiff and I got a pink chewing gum bin.
You've got a pink chewing gum bin.
It sounds good.
Put on your mantelpiece. But yeah, so unfortunately, it has been seen as a failure, and so the council are going to cut back, and they're probably going to scrap the scheme. It should be pointed out though that Cardiff Council didn't actually incur any costs related to this project. It was actually funded from donations from Wrigley's.
From Wrigley's, which is a chewing gum.
Which is a chewing gum company.
Yeah, so CUTV went around the streets in the campus asking students, have they actually seen one of these pink bins? What do they think about it? So let's have a look.
Hello, this is Tian Tian from CUTV. Today we'll be asking students in Cardiff University Student Union about problems to do with the missing gumdrop bins in Cardiff streets. Hello, I'm just going to show you a picture of the gum bin in the city. And have you ever seen any of these?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't. No.
No.
No, not at all. I haven't seen one yet.
No, never.
No, I haven't.
Do you know what they are?
It looks like they're gum recyclables.
No. I think they're useful.
Yeah, I think so, because you can use them to stick some things.
Well, if people choose to put their gum in, then I suppose so. But I wasn't aware there was a huge environmental problem related to gum. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I can't stand gum just being dropped on the streets at all, or like under desks or under chairs or something like that. It's a pet hate. So yeah, they should be really good.
To be honest, I don't think they're going to be that useful. First, we need to get people to use the normal bins, and then we can think about gum and other stuff.
It was introduced like 3 months ago, and so far 80% of them has already been stolen and taken. What do you think of that?
They're stolen. Like, who will steal these kind of things? I'm amazed by it, but
it doesn't seem to be working.
It's not great, obviously, but I suppose there'll be more gum on the streets, won't there?
And Tom, have you seen any of those bins around?
If I'm completely honest, I have no idea. I have not seen a single pink bin around Cardiff.
Yeah, me neither.
And I've also got to say, to be honest, if I had chewing gum, I'd probably just put it in a normal bin. I know the problem is that some people obviously throw it on the floor, and that's why the scheme was introduced.
No, of course, but like you wouldn't really know, well, like what's that pink thing on a lamppost?
You're unlikely to just. Well, I guess some people's curiosity would.
No, I'll definitely check it. I mean, a pink.
I'm going to keep an eye out for them now.
But definitely, now I would really want to like figure out one of them before it's actually stolen. The last few ones.
A shame that they're going. They're very elusive now. So.
Last few ones going. That's like a collection.
Yeah. So if you're chewing gum, put it in a bin. That's our message from CUTV.
And
today.
if you see one of those bins, if it happens to be in your neighborhood or in your street, please do let us know.
Take a picture, send it to us.
On Twitter.
Well, we're interested.
There you go. We're genuinely interested about it. Now moving to our last piece.
Our last piece.
Last Saturday, CUTV went to celebrations about peace in general. That was the Peace 75 Festival, celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Temple of Peace and Health, which is a building.
Is that over near Butte Building, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a really big building, really right in the center of the campus, as well as the 40th anniversary of the Welsh Centre for International Affairs, which is based in that building. And so they organized since the 29th of November until the 1st of December a lot of activities. They had games, they have a marketplace, they had a treasure hunt, they had debates, poetry, storytelling, music, a lot of different stuff.
Sounds quite exciting. It's a shame I missed it now.
And guess what? CUTV was there, I was there,
I
got involved, so have a look. Hello, I'm Elena Lanes for CUTV News, and I'm here today for the Peace 75 event. We're gonna have a look inside at the stalls, and hello. What you're doing here today?
I don't know.
You don't know. We're going to start with an workshop about the approach of peace in Doctor Who, so come with me.
Hands up if you've seen a Doctor Who episode before.
I took part in a workshop on the approach of peace in Doctor Who. We are all given a Doctor Who character that we had to impersonate. The storyline was that we were all in a hot air balloon, caught in a storm, and the balloon was slowly descending. In order to survive, we had to get rid of some of the passengers. To decide who will be leaving the balloon, we had to tell the other members the reason why we needed to stay and to do a democratic vote. The purpose of this workshop was to engage in the debate and try to convince the other members with strong arguments. So I found Sarah, a third-year student from Cardiff University here. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
So tell me, what you're doing here exactly?
I've got involved with helping set up the Doctor Who debating workshop. I've been a part of the kind of debating group at the Temple of Peace for 7 years now. So I was taking part, helping to encourage young people to get involved with debating.
That's impressive. And what motivates you to be part of this whole debate movement?
I got involved with it when I was 14, quite young, teenager, like naturally underconfident. And it just taught me to be really confident in speaking to people, really passionate about expressing my views, feeling confident in talking about things that matter to me, getting my opinion across, and being persuasive and confident in myself, which I think are really important skills.
We are with Susie right now, the organizer of Peace 75. Hello, Susie.
Hello, nice to see you.
What is this all about? What is Peace 75 all about?
Okay, well, we launched the festival for this year because it's the 75th anniversary of the building that we're in right now, the Temple of Peace. And since 1938, when the building was opened, there have been things going on from this building about promoting peace in Wales and the world, and we really wanted to celebrate that, but also bring it to a wider range of people, because a lot of people, you ask them about the Temple of Peace in Cardiff, they haven't heard of it, so we wanted to bring in more people. We also wanted to bring in some younger people, some children, so they could come and not only find out about the history, but also find out which organisations in Wales are working towards peace around the world now, and to have a lot of fun.
So guys, can you turn over? Yeah. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good?
Fun.
Yeah? Yeah, what's your name?
Lewis. Niall.
You know this event today is about peace?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is peace for you?
Peace is like to keep animals safe.
To keep animals safe. And what is peace for you?
To keep animals safe as well.
I'm here with Rian. Hello, Rian.
Hi.
So I'm drawing right now, but let's have a talk with Rian and see why I'm drawing today. So what's the purpose of this stall?
We're from Glamorgan Archives and we hold old documents relating to the local area, dating back about 800 years. But amongst those collections are some documents that were deposited with the Women's Archive Wales that relate to the Greenham Common Peace Camp. And they include peace banners that were created by women at the camp to demonstrate against the nuclear missiles that were being held at Greenham. And today we've brought copies of some of those banners and we're asking people to design their own peace banner, to think about the symbols that are on the banner and how they would want to represent peace if they were doing that today.
That's great. And as a woman, here I am drawing my own peace banner representing CUTV. I'll carry on what I'm doing and you'll have a final look at the final piece of my own banner. And I'm done, so here it is, my own banner and CUTV peace banner. I had such a good fun today. Didn't know there could be so much fun around peace, and thank you for staying with us.
Okay. Well, that looked like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was even funnier our backstage moment right now.
We thought we'd say hi quickly before we ended.
Just a little break. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really liked it.
What would you say your favourite activity was?
My favorite. Well, the Doctor Who debate was interesting because I didn't have any idea about Doctor Who, which
no
is a
idea.
shame. I know,
you
it is a shame.
cannot.
So it was a challenge because I actually had like impersonate a character, which I didn't know before. I got to meet the rest of the cast, and yeah, that was interesting. But I guess the funniest one was painting because I love painting. Plus, I got to make a peace banner for CUTV. See.
So a good event then.
It was a really good event, and it's that kind of events that it's really good because it brings people together, families together. There was people from all ages, like you saw children. There was like older people. We all gathering together, doing different things.
It's good. It wasn't just a student event. So.
Exactly. It was in the campus, but it was like people, and plus like it's a good topic. I mean, peace. We don't really think that much about it.
Yeah.
And you don't really think you can do a whole event around it.
Yeah.
So,
well, we've got lots of war. Peace is always a nice change.
So it was really good. No, it was a really good event.
All right then. So that's all for today for CUTV. So.
But don't forget, Twitter. Use the hashtag CUTV News on Cardiff Union TV. Share any news you find during the week with us. We might cover them. Don't forget. We are interested about it. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Cardiff Union TV 1. The one is very important. And we'll see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Take some pictures of pink bins.
Exactly. Don't forget the pink bins.
Pink bins. Right.
Bye.
See ya.